Players are expecting a bigger cut, especially for the 5-year. They were looking at, what, perhaps 15 basis points. It got 10, just like the first year. Now, the thing is, well, why didn't they deliver a bigger cut here? It could have helped perhaps stimulate more.
Yeah, I think that, the thing is that I understand why people were expecting a bigger cut, because people thought that would help to lift the sentiment in the housing market, which is needed in the economy. But on the other hand, I think banks want to balance two things. One is their profitability, because they want to keep a relatively stable interest margin. On the other hand, they want to. I think the authorities, they still want to balance between stabilizing the housing market and avoiding stimulating another bubble in the housing market.
David, the market seems to be pretty eager to see the supportive policies, but policies perhaps a little too late.
Yes. It's to be honest, on last of Friday, when the State Council they released the signal that they were making some study or research on the potential supportive policies. I read two signals from that. One is that yes, the State Council were intend to really give some support to the economy. But on the other hand, as I said, they are still trying to balance among several factors, including supporting the economy and their limited policy rooms, and also the potential of stimulating another asset price bubble. Well, people may argue that now the asset price bubble is not a big problem for China, but I need to say that in the perception of the top officials, that could still be a problem, especially when it is related to the debt level in China. So that this is also a consideration behind their behavior. So I think on Friday they released another decide that for the policies that could be released in the near term should be released as soon as possible. So I think with this, they want to give the market some more confidence that we are working on this. But on the other hand, they were cautious on that.
But they're just sort of tinkering around the edges, David, aren't they? In essence here. What's next? What do they do? Because it does seem as though a lot of these problems that China is suffering stem from the property side of things, and to get that right, it is going to be a big effort, because, as TD Securities said, the problems there are very deeply rooted.
Yeah, I think it's, now the key is still the property market, but for the central government, I don't think there can be a unified approach that they can give. What I can expect that they may give more flexibility to the local government to decide their policy in the property market. At the same time, I think the policies supporting the low-income groups should be another one to be considered by the top officials. I think that is a key to support the consumption as well.